Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Daily Nipah Rika Furude Simulator 24. Spirits are starting to raise a little bit again. If you'd like to get your Rika number today, make sure to follow that link at the top of the screen, socksmakepeoplesexy.itch.io. I'd love to hear how you're doing. I'd love to get it to 1,000 downloads before the end of the year. We haven't had any Potsy in quite some time, but we've had several close ones. So let's see if we can do it today. Forgot I can make the mouse cursor next cam go here too. Blue hair, blue hair. So yesterday, I thought I was gonna do some more UFO 50 casual stuff. But for whatever reason, in all of that, in all of that darkness, I started looking at Mortal 2 on UFO 50. And, I played it and beat it and shared it a few days ago. And I did enjoy it a lot. Then I started to think about routes. I did an all switches route. And then I realized the speedrun was just under 3 minutes. So I started looking at the map of the world to see if there was anything I could improve on. My first thought was, well, the current record goes for the bottom left switch. So I was thinking, since it goes all the way bottom left and then all the way to the right, what if I could just combine getting the green switch, which is in the bottom right, and right before you really do the big triple switch climb on the right side. So I tried that, and I eventually got a run where I was getting somewhat close to what I wanted, but it was still about 20 seconds short. So I ended up looking at the map again, and I wanted to see if there was a route that we could get into the last room without any switches. And I couldn't find how to get into the room itself, but I did figure out a way to skip the whole switch climb and needing to press any of the switches. With the way the engineer works in Mortal 2, and the way the block works with the warrior, or the teleport with the scout, instead of going from the bottom up, we ended up just routing in, getting enough keys to open the first part of the final 8 keys that's supposed to lead you to the final boss. But from the first set of 4 key doors, you can actually get to the very top of that bottom right switch climb. So instead of needing any of the switches, all we needed to do is find keys and then get to the top part, engineer downwards into that part, and then just loop upwards and then blow up the center and then go down. And I'd end up saving over 30 seconds on the previous record. And honestly, it was one of the more fun feelings I've had hanging out with chat in quite some time. Chat was helping out. White Hat loves routing, and he's so good at it. He was helping route it as well. And then we ended up, it was eventually 30 seconds off, but we grinded quite a bit to get the route more refined. And yeah, I was surprised. But that's the cool part about games that aren't like speedran a bunch or games. Hey, Bo. That's the part about learning a new speed game like that. Especially ones that haven't been like thoroughly researched, and the one path is pretty much already there. It was really, really cool to look at the map and just find a route with the puzzle pieces the game gave you. Learning or creating? Creating the route this time. Since Mortal 2 is only a month or two old at this point, whenever UFO 50 came out, there's two runs that were both really close and contested, so they both really took the same route. So instead of trying to improve on that route, we just ended up looking for a different route into the final area. And honestly, not only is it faster, I think it's also easier, because you don't have to do the warrior scout warp climb, which isn't like the hardest thing in the world, but it's not the it's not the most exciting part of the run, plus it's very easy to screw up. And the thing is, with my run that I posted, I think I already found another time save in it, and I posted it to speedrun. I have it on YouTube and all that. I don't know if I'm really gonna start pushing it to like the extremes, but the feeling of learning a new route like that and then refining it and refining it and refining it until we had a just a solidly good run. Like that was nice. I really enjoyed that. I don't know if any other UFO 50 game is gonna have that kind of impact on me, but maybe. And it was a very interesting experience overall, because it's just something I haven't done in a while. For those that might be unfamiliar with my very old streams, I used to speedrun every day. I even started something called the NES Blitz, where I was trying to speedrun every NES game, which I certainly do have a lot of NES speed games under my belt. So speedrunning is how my channel pretty much got started, and feeling that kind of you know in those RPGs when you find that old airship that's been like buried underground for 100 years or 50 years or whatever, and then like the light and the power starts to come back on. Like that's kind of how my brain felt when the run started to get crisp and clean. Hey there, Wasamawat. When the run started to get as clean as it was, I always find great joy in that. I would love Kick Club too. I love Kick Club. Maybe I should learn to speedrun that one instead of worrying about the point system in it. That might be a really, really fun one to learn to speedrun. I mean, honestly, a lot of the tactics I already use in it to beat it are, let's try to finish this part as fast as possible, though I have gone mostly for points in that. I have gone mostly for points, because the way the point systems work in UFO 50. Daily speedruns in the schedule. I haven't messed with the thing under my stream in so long. I really needs an overhaul so badly. But I just do what I can at this point. When I can get to it, I'll get to it. All y'all know I'm here every day, so. I mean, this is stream number 477 consecutively. We are almost at 500. We'll be at 500 before the end of the year, in December even. But there was just kind of that. Oh, that's a cool roll. There's just kind of that, that happy speedrun chemistry working there. Felt classic. This is like the 5th or 6th for Nipah she's teased in the last few days. Oh, that's perfect. We can have a little mob birthday celebration then. What's the first game you saw me play, Mom? Or what's the favorite game you saw me play? What got you hooked here? Ooh. I think my Twitch space still includes a lot of shmups too, and I haven't really shmupped in a while. I know it's full of the record times and stuff down there. I had a spreadsheet where I had all of my times on there. I should really just fill that out in its completion and put it underneath the stream. That way, I'll just have all my runs out there, and I'll have a nice spreadsheet for anybody who wants to look up anything they can use or need, or strats or whatnot. I think one of the biggest things I do regret is not making more tutorials and stuff back when I was speedrunning. I never really saw too big of a purpose in it, but a lot of people really like the tutorial aspect of things. The only reason I say I didn't see that myself is because I just learned better personally just by watching the record videos a lot of the time. So I was a little confused as to why I would think of making a tutorial a lot of the time, but like, I get it, you know. I was here, was a 24-hour 100 NES speedrun stream? Really? Wow. That was probably my peak NES accomplishment. Oh, there's a straight. 100 NES games beaten in 25, 26 hours or something like that. That was a good stream. That was kind of at when I was just like NES wizardry kind of thing, you know? Kind of just where I was at the time. Maybe the Mortal 2 speedrunning style will, I'll revamp my brain. Maybe I'll do more UFO 50 games, honestly. I know a lot of people right now are going to want to do full gold and full cherry speedruns. So I could always help them out by refining some of the specific games, like Mortal 2. Or if I figure out a glitch that can clip into Block Koala's final room or something like that. Wow, another straight. Jesus, did Polly show up and just not say anything? But like a block clip into the Block Koala room, because Block Koala is so long. Like the cherry versus the gold for that is just 10 stages. So you're still doing 40 stages of Block Koala in the speedrun. So, and I tried a while too on Mortal 2. I tried to find different ways I could glitch to use the engineer to kind of glitch into the last room, or somehow pop a second tube after the engineer pops out of the other side. Unfortunately, unless there's a broken space in there, it's not really viable. At least from what I saw, but it would be cool to see. I had that game as a kid and hated it. I don't think I ever beat it as a kid, and I probably didn't like it as a kid either, but when I learned to speedrun it, and I learned to play... I mean, I do remember playing it when I was in my, like, 20s. I remember my, ex there, and I remember, when, there was this kitten that we just kind of took care of, and for whatever reason, during Hide Glide, he would just jump up on the screen and attack it. And it was adorable. I don't know what it was about Hide Glide, but he just jumped up and started smacking the screen. But when I learned to speedrun it, I actually learned to enjoy it a little bit more. I do like the speedrun of it. I think the game has a lot of good ideas, strictly because of how early it came out. You gotta remember, this is the first game ever with self-healing, and it's one of the first, like, it's just one of the first RPG-style games like that. Bump combat and stuff. So while a lot of it is very quirky, awkward, and hard to get through now and understand, the limitations that they were playing with back then and what they threw together to make it work is what really makes something like that, makes me appreciate something like that. It's needlessly complicated in many ways, but I see what they were going for. And in the game itself gives you the ability to save and load at literally any time, which is also something that really does not happen in early NES games like that either. Bump to attack without pressing A, yeah. And it's even required... There's another straight. It's even required against the last boss, because if you hold A to attack the last boss, no matter what, they'll just kill you. That's why, specifically in the speedrun, you'll see, when we're attacking the last boss, right before we take our last bit of damage and use our health potion, we switch over to attacking on the last hit. That way, since it's going to kill us anyways, and it's going to use our potion, we'll take all that extra damage and smack it in the face. And then you hurt it to about one hit left, then you have to leave to regenerate your health, and then you can go back in and kill it. I bet if you actually leveled up to max, you might be able to survive a hit from them. I don't really remember at this point. But that little tidbit is really important to get a lot of extra damage on the last boss without losing too much. You can't hold A too early because you'll lose all the extra hits you're getting before that. So you have to hold A on the last time you're going to get a hit in. It's little stuff like that that I still remember. Oh, there's a 4 house. Yeah, maybe with UFO 50 we'll start trying to break down some speed runs and look at some times on the leaderboards and such, and maybe we'll... I kind of wanted to do that after trying all the games, but I feel it's going to take a long time still to try all those games, so I don't mind breaking up between speedrunning for a little while and sharing for a little while, you know? That's what I like about UFO 50 in general, is I just want to take my time with it, you know? Oopsie. But yeah, it's always funny that the little things in life that we grew up with, something as silly as hide lied or what have you, 30 years later can have you bump into somebody, be like, yeah, I had that. I played that silly, horrible game. Which is most people's responses to it. And I'm like, I don't blame you at all. The game does not tell you shit. The fact that one of the ways you get the wizards or the fairies is that you have to hit 2 enemies with the same wave blast and the same screen. I don't know if it ever tells you anything like that. I don't remember. The book probably has some hints in it. Like, the other 2 I can see running into by accident. The one you just run into a tree, and the other you just run into a rock. But that one is ridiculous. Yeah. Came out a bit before Zelda, but not quite the Zelda we all know and love. But it wanted to be that, which is why I can appreciate it. It didn't quite hit all the marks. It was too convoluted. But there will never not be an appreciation for the games that came before that helped push developers and that helped push just artists in general to create what they have come up with. And that's important. I am looking forward to the Sly Marble Challenge coming up here. I specifically found some action music. I hope it goes well this time. I was not in... Still not in a great headspace, but I'm in a much better headspace today, at least. And I'm gonna try to be a little more, you know, fun with it. Try to, get my head in the game completely. I wonder if the creators of UFO 50 look at something like the Mortal 2 speedrunner just like, man, or something like that. Hey, Crick Kraken. Good to see you. I always find the coolest part of devs watching speedruns is how much they find the joy in it. Like, it's those that kind of dislike the speedrunning scene I'm always super skeptical about. Like, I get you have a specific artistic vision, but your game was also 30 years ago. And, you know, we're still celebrating it to this day. You should probably be a little more happy about that. But most devs are very, very chill and cool about it, and they love that they get to talk about something that they poured their artistic love and effort into, and I think that's awesome. Like the Blast Core devs at GDQ, that was so awesome. I remember that one. Alright, we got 39 more fates here, Rika. Can you give us a good Rika number? And of the new Dead Space that had... Oh, nice! That's awesome. The devs on the couch, even. See, that's so fucking cool to me. Because the relationship between dev and gamer are much closer than you'd think. Like, they're literally gamers, too, and they're trying to put as much love and, you know, and experience and stuff into their games for you to enjoy. And when they see you enjoying it, it gives them joy. That's part of the whole gaming cycle. By the remake, that's awesome. Why do you think Stardew Valley is so unbelievably loved? Everybody loves the devs of that game. Everybody. It's because they connect so well with the community. They even put like some of the mod developed things in the community into the game, and they give credit to the people who do it. Like, it's not hard, and that's like a super cool thing to do. And like most companies, Nintendo absolutely drop the ball. Nintendo, when it comes to caring about their audience, Nintendo. I'd never understand Nintendo's stance in their own audience. They have one of the most hardcore fan bases on the planet, and they just constantly hate them. It's so weird. But I digress. We had a cool speed run yesterday. I look forward to getting back into UFO 50 tomorrow, but I really want to get pretty far in this Sly Marble run. I want to see how far we can take it. And today I feel like I'm probably in a better headspace than any of the other times I've tried this run so far, because it's been an absolute fucking hellish week. So hopefully we can have a good old blasty blast with that. Oh. Yeah, maybe we'll play Hide-a-Light on our 499th stream. I still remember the speedrun. It will probably take me a while. But I still remember it. Honestly, I probably still could write some tutorials and some old speedruns if I just took the time to, like, rewatch it. I'd be like, okay, I remember how to do that. I probably wouldn't be able to do a lot of those things anymore, but I can talk about them. Yeah, the eel farm is an SOB. It's one of the biggest SOBs in the whole run. That, the randomness of the ring drop, but the biggest might even be the sword in the beginning, because the speedrun's gonna not want to reset there. You can go through the whole thing without saving and loading, but that first room is a nightmare. Alright, 12 more fates, Rika. Come on, Rika. I'll give you a lifesaver if you get your life back now. Nipah. Nipah. 1 sec. There we go. But yeah. Six more fates. Come on, Rika. We got this. No clowning around, Rika. Only clowning around, Rika. Do what makes you happy, Rika. Oh, come on. We got 2 fates left. My brain keeps dropping how many fates we have left. Alright, last one of the day, Rika. You got a couple of really close ones again. A lot of straights again. Alright. That's that. 9,600 fates in. Only 400 fates to the big 10K. I'll be the first into a 5-digit category here. But that is going to be it. Thank you once again, everybody, for this lovely daily Nipah, and thank you, Polly, for making this possible. If you would like to download it yourself, right here, socksmadepeoplesexy.itch.io, please go ahead and get your own Rika number today. But that is going to end our daily Nipah. YouTubers, thank you so much again. Please like and subscribe. I'd also appreciate that. Positive vibes. I know that's a lot coming from me, but here I am still. It's a hard time right now. So I really do mean all the positive vibes in the world, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.